Hello students, good morning. Today we have learned about changes around us part 2. Students, already we discussed physical and chemical changes, chemical reactions, conditions required for chemical reaction. Do you remember children? Yes, physical versus chemical changes. What are chemical changes? It is not easily reversed. That is, it is a irreversible changes. New products formed. Reactants used up. Often heat or light or sound or fizzing occurs. Electricity may be produced. A precipitate may form. Example, wood burning. What are physical changes? It is easily reversible. No new products. Often just a state change. Example, ice melting. Another examples of physical and chemical changes. Boiling of water, glowing of bulb, melting of ice cream, beating of metal. These are the examples of physical changes. Burning of candle, rusting of metal, burning of coal, explosion of firecracker. These are the examples of chemical changes. Next, chemical reactions. What is a chemical reaction? Chemical reaction is nothing but one or more substances changes into new substance. Process involves reactants and products. Reactant means a starting substance. Product means a substance formed. For example, nitrogen and hydrogen gas can react to form ammonia under certain conditions. Nitrogen N2 plus hydrogen H2 both are in gas state. These reactants gives ammonia gas NH3. So chemical reaction is nothing but reactants gives products. Next, what are the conditions required for a chemical reaction to take place? Chemical reactions based on physical contact, solution of reactants, electricity, heat, light and catalyst. These are the conditions required for a chemical reaction to take place. Clear children? In this session, we want to learn effects of chemical reactions, that is biological effects, environmental effects, production of heat, light, sound and pressure, evaluation of gas, change in color and change in state. These are the topics in the page number 63 to 69 in our textbook. Effects of chemical reactions. We know that every chemical reaction requires a specific condition to occur. When chemical reactions take place, there will be production of heat, light, sound, pressure, etc. Let us discuss these effects elaborately. First one, biological effects. Food spoilage. Food spoilage may be defined as any change that causes food unfit for human consumption. How is our food will spoil? The chemical reactions catalyzed by the enzymes result in the degradation of food quality. That is, the enzyme react with oxygen in the presence of air. So, the food quality changed, such as bad taste, odor, reiteration, and loss of nutrients. Examples: rotten eggs develop a bad smell due to formation of hydrogen sulfide gas. Another one example, decaying of vegetables. How is our vegetable will decay? due to microbes. Microbes is nothing but tiny living things that are found all around us. These microbes react with air, so the vegetables are decaying. Clear, children? Next, we move to rancidity. What is rancidity? Rancidity is the development of unpleasant smells in fats and oils, which are often accompanied by changes in their texture and appearance. Rancidity is the development of unpleasant smells in fats and oils, which are often accompanied by changes in their texture and appearance. See the picture. When the fresh oil undergoes rancidity, what will happen? The color of the oil will change. So, fishes and meat contains high level of polyunsaturated fatty acids. These acids undergo oxidation that causes bad odor when exposed to air or light. This process is called rancidity. Naturally, fish contain polyunsaturated fatty acid. These acid undergo oxidation. What will happen? The bad odor exposed. This process is called rancidity. Clear, children? Why do apple turns brown? Apples and fruits turn brown when we cut. What is the reason? Apples and some fruits turn brown due to chemical reaction with oxygen in air. This chemical reaction is called enzymatic browning. Students, the cells of apples, fruits and other vegetables contain an enzyme. The name of the enzyme is polyphenol oxidase or tyrosinase. These enzymes contact with oxygen catalyzes a biochemical reaction of plants. That is phenolic compounds. These phenolic compounds to give brown pigments to apple. The name of the brown pigment is melanins. Clear, children? So the name of the enzyme is polyphenol oxidase or tyrosinase. These enzymes react with oxygen in the presence of air. What will happen? Catalyzes a biochemical reaction of plants, that is phenolic compounds, to give brown color to the apple. The name of the brown pigment is melanins. Next, we move to environmental effects. Environment is the place around you that comprises both living and non-living things. Our environment provides air to breathe, water to drink, the land to produce food. Due to human activities like industries, increasing number of automobiles, etc., our environment is badly affected nowadays. There is an unwanted change in physical, chemical and biological properties of the environment. This is termed as pollution. The substances which cause these changes are called pollutants. What is pollution? There is an unwanted change in physical, chemical and biological properties of the environment. This is termed as pollution. What are pollutants? The substances which causes these changes. What are they? Physical, chemical and biological changes are called pollutants. Students, use this link for further clarification of environmental effects. Next, we move to types of pollution. There are different types of pollution such as air pollution, water pollution, soil or land pollution, noise pollution, marine pollution, thermal pollution. So, for this lesson, we want to discuss only air pollution, water pollution, soil or land pollution. First, we move to air pollution. See the pie chart. This pie chart gives emission from different sources. The maximum air pollution came from industries, that is 30%. 25% came from gas cars and trucks. Another 25% from agriculture, construction, trains and pleasure craft. 10% from diesel on road. 5% from home. Another 5% from other source. Chemical substance responsible for the air pollution. What are the chemical substance responsible for the air pollution? Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, oxides of sulfur, oxides of nitrogen, chlorofluorocarbon and methane. These are the chemical substance responsible for the air pollution. Effects of air pollution. Number 1, acid rain. How is acid rain formed? See the picture. Sulfur dioxide came from industries. That gas goes to atmosphere. What will happen? Clouds react with sulfur dioxide, then sulfuric acid, that is acid rain, fall on the earth. This acid rain harms vegetation and water life. Next, global warming. Global warming. Another one effect is respiratory problem. These are the effects of air pollution. Next, we move to water pollution. Causes of water pollution. Industrial, home, agricultural. These are the causes of water pollution. Chemical substance responsible for the water pollution. Wastewater containing chemical substance, that is dyeing industries wastewater, detergents and oil spillage. These are the chemical substance responsible for the water pollution. Effects of water pollution. Effect of organic pollution on water quality, death of aquatic animals, diseases, destruction of ecosystems. These are the effects of water pollution. Next, we move to land pollution. What are the chemical substances responsible for the land pollution? Fertilizer like urea, herbicides, pesticides. These are the chemical substances responsible for the land pollution. Effects of land pollution. Spoilage of land. Respiratory diseases. These are the effects of land pollution. Next, we move to rusting. What happens to the steel benches and tables during rainy season? They turn into reddish brown, isn't it? Do you know why? This is because the iron metal comes into contact with water and oxygen. It undergoes a chemical reaction called rusting. See the picture. The iron metal contact with oxygen and water. It results in the formation of rust. What is rusting? The iron metal comes into contact with water and oxygen. It undergoes a chemical reaction called rusting. Next, we move to tarnishing. Shiny metal surfaces and other articles lose their shining appearance due to chemical reactions on the surface. For example, silver articles become black on exposure to atmospheric air. See the picture. This polished silver contact with hydrogen sulfide and oxygen in the presence of air. After the chemical reaction, it became black on exposure to atmospheric air, that is silver sulfide and water. Similarly, Brass vessels which contain copper as one of the constituents developed a greenish layer on exposure to air for a long time. This is due to chemical reaction between copper and moist air to form basic copper carbonate and copper hydroxide. See the picture. Reaction of copper with moist air. Copper contact with water, carbon dioxide and oxygen in the presence of air. It gives basic copper carbonate and copper hydroxide. See, the water, carbon dioxide and oxygen, they are present in the moist air. Copper hydroxide and copper carbonate, this is the green coating deposited on surfaces of copper vessels. This is basic in nature. Clear, children? Next, we move to production of heat, light, sound and pressure. Students, use this link for further clarification of this topic. Before we entering this topic, we want to know what is exothermic and endothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction, they are released heat energy. Endothermic reaction, consuming heat energy. Exothermic reactions are hotter than surrounding. Endothermic reactions are cooler than surrounding. First, production of heat. Have you ever rubbed your palm in winter season to keep yourself warm? Have you noticed the heat produced when you use cycle pump? Yes. Likewise, chemical reactions are produced heat energy. Such reactions are called exothermic reactions. For example, when you add water to quicklime, that is calcium oxide, lot of heat is released to produce slaked lime. Quicklime react with water to form slaked lime, releasing a lot of heat. The beaker becomes hot. Its temperature rises. Thus, we conclude that some chemical reactions produced heat energy. Next, production of light. What happens when you ignite a candle? You get light as a result of burning. Some chemical reactions like these produce light. For example, when a piece of magnesium ribbon, this is magnesium ribbon, this magnesium ribbon is burnt in a flame, bright light is produced with heat. Even the fireworks during festival times produce different colored light, which are all due to chemical reactions. Similarly, when we ignite methane gas, it produces heat and light. This is methane gas. This methane gas produce heat and light when we ignite. So we can say that light is produced during the chemical reactions. Clear, children? Production of sound. We produce sound when we speak, when you hit metals like iron, copper, etc., sound is heard. Some chemical reactions to produce sound when they take place. What happens when you fire cracker during Diwali? The chemical substance kept in the crackers undergo some chemical reactions to produce sound. The chemical substance kept in the crackers undergo some chemical reactions to produce sound. So, sound will be produced in certain chemical reactions. For example, take a clean test tube. Add some dilute hydrochloric acid. Drop a piece of magnesium or a piece of zinc metal. What do you see? This is exothermic reaction. Heat is released. Exothermic reactions are hotter than surrounding. Exothermic reaction released heat energy. Right. Now bring a burning matchsticks near the mouth of the test tube. What do you hear? Anything special? You heard a pop sound. When a metal like zinc or magnesium react with dilute acid, hydrogen gas is produced. Hydrogen gas is produced. This hydrogen gas is highly flammable. It reacts with oxygen in air to produce pop sound. Clear, children? Next, production of pressure. What happens when you compress hot a balloon having full of air? Will it burst or not? Yes, it will burst. This is due to sudden release of air from the balloon as the result of increased pressure on compression. Sudden release of air from the balloon as the result of increased pressure on compression. So, it will burst. Clear, children? Like this, some chemical reactions produce gases which build up the pressure when the reaction takes place in a closed container. If the pressure level goes beyond the limit, we get the explosion. Explosives fireworks works on this basis. When they are ignited, they explode due to pressure generated by gases from the chemical reactions. When ignite these fireworks, they explode due to pressure generated by gas from the chemical reactions. Thus, you hear a huge sound. So, we conclude that pressure can be generated by certain chemical reactions. Next, evaluation of gas. Evaluation of gas. What happens when you open a soda bottle? You can see air bubbles coming out of soda water. See, this is carbonated drink in bottle at high pressure. This bottle contains carbon dioxide. When you open a bottle, you can see air bubbles coming out of soda water. This is pressure released and bubbles appear. Carbon dioxide evolved. Similarly, gas evaluation may take place as a result of chemical reactions. For example, when dilute hydrochloric acid is added to a solution of sodium bicarbonate, carbon dioxide gas is evolved. When hydrochloric acid combined with sodium bicarbonate, the carbon dioxide gas is evolved. Next, change in color. What happens when you play under hot sun for a long time? Your skin becomes dark, right? Like this, certain chemical changes produce change in color. For example, when you place a iron nail in a solution of copper sulfate, the blue color of copper sulfate slowly changes into green due to chemical reaction between iron copper sulfate solution. See, this is blue copper sulfate solution. When you place a iron nail in a solution, this blue copper sulfate slowly changes into green iron sulfate solution. This is copper metal on iron due to chemical reaction between iron copper sulfate solution. Next, change in state. Take a small ice cube and place it on a plate. What happens after some time? Ice melts into water, isn't it? Here, solid ice cubes change into liquid water. Solid state to liquid state. This is change in state. Like this, in certain chemical reaction, change of state is observed. For example, when you burn a piece of camphor, smoke comes out as a result of chemical reaction between solid camphor and oxygen. Here, there is a change of state from solid to gas. Solid to gas. Students, these are the effects of chemical reactions. Evaluation for this session. What are the effects of chemical changes? What is rancidity? What is pollution? Define the term pollutant. What are the types of pollution? What is rusting? Students, try to find the answer for this question and write down in your notebook. Student, use this link for further clarification for this session. Thank you.